Welcome back to the Victory Podcast. I'm your host, Steve McGrath, and in this episode, I'm pleased to bring you my conversation with Tyre Phillips. Now, Tyre just wrapped up his senior year at Hail State, where he held on the fort at left tackle, worked his way into getting into the Shriners game, where he had a great week of practice, and at this time, he's getting ready to participate in the NFL Combine. Now, I'm going to let him tell you his story from how he went from just playing 1 year of high school football to getting to junior college and making it to Mississippi. But before I do, a quick word from Team Builder. They're our sponsor. And of course, you should know by now, they work with over 500 high school football programs nationwide, as well as colleges in the NFL. So if you need more information about weightlifting and strength training programs, go to teambuilder.com, use the promo code VICTORY, and you're going to get a free gift. So go there. But until then, subscribe to the podcast, give us some feedback. And now, my conversation with Tyre. On the line, I am pleased to welcome Big Country, Tyre Phillips. How's it going today, man?
It's going real good. Blessed to be here.
Man, well, thank you so much for taking the time, because I know that you have a hectic schedule right now with all the training and work you're putting in to get ready for the Combine invite, which you just got. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So right now, what is life like for you? What's like an average day or an average week just trying to get ready for that?
Right now, it's just waking up, eat my meal preps, protein shakes, go to workout, come back, might take a little nap, call my girlfriend a little bit. So, got to keep the social life going, got to keep the girl happy. Then go to sleep, and I do it all over again.
Yeah, and you know what, talking to your girlfriend, right, just your mental state, making sure that you're happy and you feel comfortable, I feel like that's half the battle. You got to have the right state of mind, and being able to be relaxed and have that calming force is probably going to really help you.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Now, of course, we're coming off of you having a great Senior Bowl week. So I just wanted to ask you, what was that whole experience like for you, getting to play with some of the best seniors in the country?
It was a blessing, although we're gonna talk about my story later on, but just getting the invite and just getting the opportunity to step my just to wear the jersey, like that was a big accomplishment, because it's so many guys in the world that would love to be where we were in Mobile. So it just taking best type of opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. But did you have any expectations going into it? Did you kind of lean on other guys to kind of tell you hey, what is this like? Or did you just kind of jump right in?
What was crazy about the Senior Bowl invite, I was one of the I was a late invite. I got invited the week after I was going to get ready to go to NFL PA Bowl in California. Then I say about a week before I was going to go, or mid that week before I was going to go to California, Jim Nagy called me and was like, hey, you got invited to Senior Bowl. So from then on, I called my mom, because that was my goal bowl to go to. Although I was still gonna take the best of my opportunity at FLPA, but it's the Senior Bowl. It's hard not to not let go. So I went immediately calling Elton Jenkins with the Green Bay Packers right now. He was there last year. Gary Green, he played D-line. He with the Colts right now. Just asking them how was the Senior Bowl experience, and they kind of just led me in the right directions.
That's awesome. Yeah, and the fact that you have guys that have been through the Hail State, or you can lean on that, I'm sure it made it so much easier for you. But
yes, sir.
To hear that you had such a great week, and everything through practices and drills, that everything was going well, how does that make you feel to be like, what? I've only been playing, Division I football for 2 years, and I've already taken my game to be standing out amongst my peers. That has to make you feel awesome.
Self-confidence, it made me feel, but if you knew me personally, I'm very hard on myself. I give myself no leeway. If I have a great block, I'm gonna find another way to make it better. So it's kind of just, I don't too much compete with a lot of people. I compete with myself, because at the end of the day, if it's my best, that's all I can give anyway. So it just compete with myself every day.
It sounds like you weren't surprised though that you had a good week.
not really, because I felt confident in my ability, and I mean not bragging, but I mean if you don't have confidence in your ability, nobody else will. So that's kind of where it was. I was confident in myself.
100%. Now, before we jump into your story, I just I love this. Your big country. I was able to talk to Darrell Williams, a big general. Who is the best nickname for the Bulldogs?
Um, I mean, I say big country because I mean Big General kind of like a football name Darrell got. Big country is like that's a lifestyle name that I had. Like everything I own is almost camouflage. Um, I was the person to wear shorts and boots to class with a orange hat or something like that. So it kind of swing on me. I I was called Big Country before I got to Mississippi State, so it kind of just adjusted, and they started calling me that. I was like, well, it was my name before I got here anyway, so hey, we're gonna roll with it.
I love it. Definitely, I see a brand coming in the future, the Big Country brand. Now, before we get a chance to even have this conversation, right? Like everyone else, you're just a 16, 17-year-old kid. But unlike most guys who get a chance to play in the Senior Bowl and have NFL careers, you didn't even start playing football, if I have this right, until your last year of high school. So only 1 year of
Correct.
high school football before you go to East Mississippi Community College. So can you just take us back to what that time was like? Why did you first start playing? How did this all come together for you?
It's kind of interesting story. I was a band geek. Like music is like my thing. Like my dad, he was a preacher, so
Trumpet and
I,
piano,
was-
right?
I played keyboard at church. So it was kind of just something I just loved, and I learned how to play the trumpet, which I played in band, which I say I was phenomenal at it. I was pretty good. So and I played basketball as well. So I had a basketball coach named Coach McGee. He passed my senior year of high school before basketball season even started to be in. So it was kind of he was just saying, cause he was a big guy. He played football at Alcorn, if you know what that is. And he was just telling me how music is a hobby. Like it's something like it's in my heart. But like God gave me big size and to use it, basically. He was like, God gave you this big size. I mean, not everybody can be 6'5", 6'6", 300+ pounds. So he was just telling me that, and that kind of stuck with me. And I also had another mentor named Coach McCord. He's still a high school coach in Mississippi. He coaches at Lafayette High. And he was just, come on, Tyre, give it a chance. So, I mean, this happened in the summer during band camp. I went back out there on football. Well, it started the end of 11th grade year. The high school team they was in playoffs, so I was kind of swinging back into it. I was playing defense, playing DN in practice, but going into my senior year, that's when I started getting some O-line reps. Never played it like to a level to compete wise. I mean, just part of pickup game, but competing wise, I never played offensive line. So actually, it's a funny story. Going into spring ball, I was sorry. Like, I sucked. My coach, and he can tell you this to this day, my my head coach with Ashley Kuhn, he's still a head coach at Grenada. He was finna put me back on the defensive side because I couldn't block to save my life. Like, it was horrible. So my offensive coordinator at the time, Coach McCord, that's in Lafayette, after practices and before practice, he would work with me and just keep working with me. And after a while, I kind of got a swing to it. And I like the YouTube, because I feel like if you don't know how to do something, YouTube got it. So I YouTube a lot of stuff, YouTube a lot of this and that, and I try to work around it. And it finally clicked. Then I knew, like, sometimes somebody can be big, but not know mentally they're physically bigger than everybody. So I was one of those big guys, but I played like I was small. Like, I wasn't mentally strong. But when I found out, like, I'm bigger than everybody, I should dominate. That's what had to click in my head. Like, nobody should move me off the ball. and I should move everybody off the ball. So once that clicked, it kind of went good, and I kind of like moving people and hurting people, and it kind of made it pretty fun. Then I say East Mississippi was my first college scholarship. So I went down there with Buddy Stevens. He liked me for a 3-day camp. So after that, I mean, obviously, I didn't know the Last Chance U stuff was going to go there. But at that time, they would win national championships, about national championships. So I kind of had in my head, Tyree, I think you're the best. And if you want to be the best, go to the best school. So that's how I went to East Mississippi. Then, but a funny story behind, before going to East Mississippi, although my high school year, nobody didn't know me D1 wise. So the Shay Townsend, he used to be a coach at Mississippi State. We had an athletics banquet that we do at the end of the year. And he was like, I was just walking in the banquet, and he walked past me, and he was like, whoa, who is this guy? So it was kind of like, I'm Tyre Phillips, I only played 1 year type deal. Like, he's just trying to get to know me. So he had a camp at Mississippi State, and I went to the camp, and John Hevesy, which was part of the Dan Mullen coaching staff, he loved me, wanted to give me a scholarship, but I didn't have a clue what a clearinghouse was or nothing. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say I was the brightest at high school. I mean, I kind of picked up because I found out the seriousness of school. But in high school, it was kind of like I was just getting through it. So went to the clearinghouse. I made 15s on my ACT. Then once I figured out, hey, you can go play at Mississippi State, it was too late. I went and took an ACT score. Made a 20. Then the clearinghouse, they red flagged, obviously, because Mississippi State found out about me late and liked me late, but you know how they go with NCAA rules and stuff like that. So I enjoyed my time in East Mississippi. I got a chance to go against the Isaiah Bugs when he was at Gulf Coast. Now he's playing with the Steelers. So I felt like it was good in, like, the defense that was at East Mississippi, like Chauncey Rivers, Tim Bonner, went against Ronald Ali, those guys. It was kind of preparing me because although East Mississippi, when you think of JUCO ball, you think of, like, they not good enough for D1. But sometimes, like the Last Chance U phrase, it's a second chance. So them guys, they were dogs. Like, I knew they was ready for Division I. So it was like, if you can compete with these guys, when you go to SEC, it's another ball game. Plus, like, JUCO, there ain't no stipend checks. It's nothing like you just wake up, play football, and you paying for your books, and they pay for room. That's it.
Yeah, anyone that's watched Last Chance U, they know there's no glitz or glamour there. It's just you are here to earn your next step.
Correct.
But that's awesome. It's such a cool story. But I wanted to ask, so you only, like you said, your coach said that you were sorry on offensive line in high school. By the end of your time at East Mississippi, you're like the top guard prospect in all of JUCO. So two things. One, really, it's just how did you get to elevate your game? Is it really just a confidence thing? Was there any particular coach? And also, I need to ask, who are you YouTubing? Who are you watching to try to figure out, all right, this is the guy that I want to model my game after?
I used to, the Great Wall. You ever heard of the Great Wall from the Dallas Cowboys?
No.
It was this back in the day. It was this offensive line, like, they was like, you couldn't stop them. They would just had like a butthole mentality. So it's kind of just what I got from them. Like, to play offensive line, everybody think like D linemen, like most of those guys, they crazy in the head. I always say defensive guys crazy. But offensive linemen, you got to be smart and also still have a butthole mentality too. Like, my coach at Mississippi State, he always used to say, a make they mama wear mentality. So it was kind of just YouTube and like techniques, but main thing is a coach can teach you technique. If you don't got dog and a crazy mentality in your heart, I mean, you can have all the technique in the world, but these guys big, everybody big. So it was kind of just switching that flip in my head, that switch in my head to where like, okay, I'm off the field, now I'm on the field, turn the switch on. You gotta be crazy. You gotta next play is on your last play type deal.
And you're saying a butthole mentality?
Yes, sir.
I love that. The first time I've heard that. All right, so at the end of your second year at JUCO, you go to Mississippi State. So you've already laid the groundwork with them because they were already interested in you. So did you even consider other schools when it was your time to go over?
To be honest, it was kind of one of those deals. Nobody still kind of knew me, but Mississippi State and Scuba, like right here, like Mississippi State right here. I say once I passed Mississippi State, Scuba was another hour. So it was the closest school, closest Division I school to East Mississippi anyway. So it's like I had Georgia. Georgia was talking to me when a guy named Coach Looney, DJ Looney, was down there, but he got let go, and it was crazy part about it. He got let go and went to Mississippi State. So it was kind of one of those deals where, I mean, I wanted to stay in Mississippi anyway. So Ole Miss never did look into me. They probably never knew me. Probably still don't know me to this day. But Ole Miss never looked into me. So I was like, hey, because me and my family, we were real close. So I was like, it ain't going to be nothing for my folks to drive an hour and 15 to come to every game, support me, because we always close, got that close family relationship. So Mississippi State, I mean, once I got this official scholarship, it was to the skies from there.
Love it. Now, you do redshirt your first year coming over. And
correct.
I heard you say that you were very thankful for that opportunity because it allowed you to get used to the SEC practices and sort of raise your level to be on par with everyone else on your team. But also, if I have this right, you lost a tremendous amount of weight. You lost like 50 pounds getting into shape.
Correct.
So can you just talk about that transition, losing all that weight, getting in shape, and getting ready for SEC football?
That was kind of coming from Scuba, because it's one of those deals, like, obviously, at junior college, ain't no nutrition. I went in the cafeteria, ate fries and all that stuff. It was just, if you win games and you can block who in front of you, you're doing good. But toward the end of my JUCO year, I say my spring, I literally saw 400 on the scale. So it was crazy. So it was kind of it wasn't even football. It was just kind of me. Because, like, just, watching shows like Biggest Loser, like, I want to have a family that ain't trying to be on a wheelchair, like, running around with my kids, stuff like that. So it was kind of just, and when I got to Mississippi State, obviously, you're not going to play no football at 400 pounds. Yeah. Going against no Montez Sweat, Arden Key, and those different type of guys, it's not going to happen. So I got down to about 350, and I was 350 that red shirt. I mean, I lost a lot of weight. But that red shirt year, I was one of the only travel red shirt guys because I still was mature enough I could still play. But my coach at that time, it wasn't the 4 games and you lose a red shirt. You got in one game, one snap, that was a red shirt burn at that time. So my coach was like, ain't no point of wasting me because I'm still not to where I need to be.
Right.
So that kind of where it was, and I still had some more weight to lose. I got down to about 345. I was fluctuating through 345, 350, and throughout the whole time. But yeah, that was one of my biggest deals why I redshirted, just get my weight down.
So you redshirt, you get your weight down. Obviously, you're getting your body ready, right? And then your first full year playing at Hail State, you're splitting time at left tackle, so you're getting a lot of reps in, even though you're not necessarily, the day-to-day starter. How much did that help you have this year? Because this year, right, you're a starter at, left tackle all season long. You only let up 2 sacks. I mean, you make it to the Senior Bowl, obviously a great year. How much did that year before help you, being able to have that time in between series to sort of collect yourself, figure out what's working, what's not working, and then in practice, right, you get the Montez Sweats of the world that are really pushing you to be better?
It was kind of another thing, like what I said about high school, another confidence build, because I knew I had the potential, but game reps and practice reps are totally different.
Sure.
Like, I don't care what nobody say, game reps and practice reps. So when I was going against the cat the end from Kentucky. I can't think of his name right now. He got drafted last year in the first round.
Josh Allen?
Kentucky. Josh Allen. Yes, Josh Allen. Going against Derrick Brown, going against Alabama. Although I was going series to series, but it still was a confidence builder. Like, hey, I'm blocking these guys. Like, although it might not look pretty every time, but I mean, it's football, but I'm blocking these guys. So it kind of built up my confidence that year. Then going into my last year, Mississippi State, it was like, oh, I got it. Like, I'm going to prepare like that man. I'm think like I'm that man, and I'm that man. So it's kind of just a within my heart type deal.
Sure.
So
just kept building and building.
Correct. So last year, I mean, I gave up 2 sacks, although I still dread those sacks now, but I know it's football. But I feel like the confidence for that first year really helped me out a lot this year.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And, just the way that it's going to build over time, right? So you go from that to the great Senior Bowl week, you get ready for the combine, you're just kind of adding layers onto it to just get better and better. And I'm sure that that's what the teams and the coaches see as well. Is like, hey, man, this guy's only been doing it for a few years, but look at the leaps that he makes every year. By all accounts, you're not a finished product. You just keep getting better and better.
Correct.
No, I wanted to just talk about your senior year, the way it ended, right? Because that other team in Mississippi, the one that probably still doesn't even know who you are, you won the battle for the golden egg. What was it like for you to go out on top?
It was a blessing. Although the game ended crazy because the game should have been over. But I mean, it's football. They threw a long pass and got a first down on a 4th down. So it was just a crazy game. But a win is a win in the SEC or in any game. I don't care if it's Pee League. If you win by 1, guess what? You can go home you can go home and sleep good because you won. But it was a great accomplishment because although you do know that you do know the rivalry and how intense that game is. Like the first year, my redshirt year, the quarterback leg got broke. You can say conspiracy of a punch tackle. My second year, the brawl. So the third year, you just like, dang, I done seen the quarterback leg get broke. I seen the fight last year. What's gonna happen this year? So it was kind of one of those deals, and also just state pride because I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Grenada, Mississippi, actually. So if you looking at Oxford, Grenada, and Stafford, I'm in between. I'm about 50 minutes from Oxford, and I'm an hour and 15 from Stafford. So I'm just in between. So it's just like when I go home and I wear my Mississippi State gear, they gonna know, yeah, I had Egg Bowl at the end of the game.
Yeah, because you're halfway in between. I'm sure like half the town's going to hate that and the other half's going to love it.
Yes, sir.
But, when I talked to Daryl, he talked so much about the culture at Hale State and just how it meant everything to him, how everything just sort of felt like a family. So I wanted to ask you, when you look at your time there, what was it about that school? And even though Coach Moorhead may not be there anymore, what was it about the program that he helped build that, Daryl feels that way, and I'm sure you feel pretty similarly?
Family. It's a lot of teams that can't say they have a family. Or I'm not. When I just say family, I'm not even just talking about in the locker room or in the facilities, like the community. Everybody in the community know who you are. And plus Southern hospitality, everybody speak. Just like going up north and stuff, like you can look at somebody, I nod or wave or say hey, and they just stare back. It's not like that down here. So it's big family thing because some of the freshmen, they come home, leave from their families. They never been by themselves or been independent before. And they come to Mississippi State and they feel just like family. Like the guys gonna talk, we hang out, we barbecue, we have team functions. The head coach let us come over his house, got games like pool, basketball, pool. You feel comfortable. You don't feel out the way or feel like I'm just down here to go to school to play football. You can have that relaxation of I'm at home.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can imagine that would make anyone feel like they're at home. And when you feel comfortable, right, you're probably going to play better and everything's just going to be more smooth. All right. Well, as we get to the end here, of course, you were a stud left tackle this year, but you were at JUCO, right? A guard prospect. And the Senior Bowl, it looked like that you were playing a little interior as well. Have you given any thought, or have you heard next level? Are you going to have to play at guard or tackle? Do you even care?
I don't care, but that also has something to do with my weight. That's why I'm still getting it down. 'Cause I want to play tackle, but at the end of the day, I want to feed my family. So I just want to be on the football field. So that's how it is. So majority of the Senior Bowl, I was at guard. Although I did get some left tackle, but I mean, it was one of those deals. They seen a whole year of left tackle, so I feel like why not show some guard? So it was kind of just marketing or selling myself,
Sure.
showing that I can do multiple things.
Sure. Now, do you ever pay attention to any of those mock drafts or see, our team's going to take me at
No,
a certain whatever?
I don't care about that stuff at all because just like the draft last year with the running back from Alabama, A&M. I mean, they got drafted in the first round from A&M. Nobody knew about them. No mock draft, so none of that stuff matters. At the end of the day, one team only got to like you.
That's
and
right.
just keep that phone on loud.
That's right. All right. Well, before I end the podcast with this little thing we call the gauntlet, I wanted to just bring up your human sciences degree. Child and youth development seems to be something that you care about. And while football, of course, is your main focus, you got your degree. I'm sure that you have a passion for that as well. Do
Yes,
you have
sir.
any sort of thoughts about what, maybe it's not working in that field? Maybe it's something that you get to do in your spare time working with a charity or a nonprofit, but that degree, what does it mean to you? Did you have any, hopes or aspirations to do something along those lines at any point?
Yes, once football over, hopefully that's 10 years or 12 years from now.
That's right.
But I always had a passion for spectrum kids because I was like in high school growing up, I was always the big guy. So like when I see those kids get bullied and stuff like that, and I have I think like 2 or 3 spectrum people in my family or real close to me. So it's just one of those deals. I knew my situation. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I mean, if I was your lawyer, you going to jail because I don't know how to get you out. But it's one of those deals where like, because what I'm in child development, so I want to get to like physical therapy with special kids, like hand motions, and learn how to speak again. Because I do have patience. I'm a laid back guy, but that's kind of what build my passion for that. Just going like, cause I've been in high school, special kids. I would chill with them a lot. I go in their classroom, chill with them. I mean, most coaches, football coaches, teach in the special ed class. So it was kind of just a bond and a passion that I kind of grew up and built into.
That's awesome, man. They're very, very cool. I'm sure no matter what, at some point in your life, you're really going to be able to do something there with that.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Well, as I alluded to, we end the show here with this little thing we call the gauntlet. So I got a couple quick questions for you. I need your knee-jerk answer. Tyree, what's most important? Is it having the number one offense or the number one defense?
The number one defense.
All right. Now, if you're running the offense, are you going to pass to set up the run, or are you going to run to set up the pass?
Run and set up the pass.
All right. What's easier to learn, a musical instrument like the trumpet or the keyboard, or learning football?
Music instrument.
All right. Now, what's most important? Is it the players or is it the scheme?
Players.
I like that. Did you have a pregame ritual that you stuck to?
I listen to gospel music. I listen to uplifting music. I'm not a big rap guy. I mean, I listen to blues, country, and gospel. So gospel kind of just uplifting me. And I'm not a guy that I got to be like fired up before a game. Cause I mean, you can only do what you can do. So I don't feel like you got to be pumped and primed. It just keep my mind level and let the distractions go away.
I love that. It sounded like a true Southern boy right there too. Gospel,
Yes,
blues,
sir.
country. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. Now, lastly, and I think it's most important, if you were talking to a young, 15, 16-year-old kid that sees everything you were able to accomplish, what's the best piece of advice that you would give them?
The best advice is it's simple. Keep God first. In your books, like far as classroom, yes sir, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. I mean no ma'am, because without school and going back to school is big for me. Like especially in my household, because obviously if you don't graduate, you're not gonna get to where I'm at anyway. So school is very detrimental, and I say family, God, and school.
There you go. It's
And
as simple as that.
everything else gonna come.
I love it. Well, Tyre, thank you so much for taking the time. Lastly, where can everyone find you on social media?
My Instagram, I am Tyre Phillips. Twitter, Tyre the Future, and Facebook, Tyre Phillips.
Tyre the Future. I think that's the best one right there. That's the best handle. Thanks again for taking the time in. Best of luck all the way through the combine, the draft. I'm sure only big, amazing things are coming your way.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.